Hey everyone, just to let you know, a little early into the episode, Trevor's mic unfortunately died on him, so he had to get a new mic mid-recording. So you're probably going to hear a little bit of a echo or just some little distortion on the rest of his recording. Shouldn't hurt the overall episode. We had a really great time doing this, and we hope you have a great time watching this as well. Have a good one.
Hey, Mike, you ready for, Hey, what's wrong?
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I just feel a lot on my shoulders right now.
Okay, rap about it.
Well, I mean, look what's going on in the world today. All the corruption happening in our government. People are just so angry whether we're online or we're just talking to each other in the real world. Not to mention this planet is dying so slowly and we're just accepting that fact as it happens. I mean, really, what can I do when all this is going down? Am I just a cog in the machine, or can I make a difference in this world? It's really just upsetting if you think about it, just how useless we all feel right now.
Hey, you want to watch a movie about a government conducting secret experiments on a monkey to be a martial arts master?
Do I?
Do I?
Do I? That's me every time I hear free lunch at my workplace.
Oh, you get free lunches at your work?
Oh yeah, it's like free Domino's. Do I?
You get Domino's for free?
Oh, you absolutely.
Oh, this is not fair.
Well, life is never fair, Trevor. And on that note, everybody, welcome to a new episode of What Is This? A podcast that looks at movies that are just weird, bizarre, and just movies you've just never heard of. And Trevor, how are you doing on this fine Saturday afternoon?
This Valentine's Day, I would like to point out, quite sad now that I think about it, considering I'm recording a podcast about a monkey on Valentine's Day.
This is true, and this is not to be confused, dear listener, with the episode that came out on Valentine's Day with our pal Steven. We did Doll Man on that day. Go back to the feed, both Apple and YouTube, to check that out.
We released that episode on Valentine's Day?
Yes, it was a love episode, Trevor.
That's even more sad.
Well, yeah, but hey, is it really sad that we now canonically made you fuck a love doll that episode, if you recall?
Well, as long as no one's listening to this on Valentine's Day. Or, well, Doll Man episode. If you're playing that while you're doing stuff with your lady, I guess I'd be fine with it, actually.
Actually, yeah, please. If you guys have done that, please.
Yeah.
Mention a comment on the YouTube comments and below and just let us know.
It'll make me feel less alone.
Absolutely. Well, sadness aside, if you haven't seen the title of this episode, what we're covering today is Funky Monkey, a 2004 Warner Brothers release, and just a little bit of back history on why we picked this movie. Trevor, we picked this movie because we have a little bit of a theme every March, at least for the last couple years, watching movies together.
Yes, I don't remember how it started, like most things in my life. I think it just came up with the funny title of like Monkey March Madness, and the whole idea was the month of March we just watched nothing but movies starring monkeys. And I want to make note, there's not a lot of great monkey movies out there. And also, we tried to make it so that it had to star real monkeys, not people in monkey suits, which, again, not a whole lot of movies with real monkeys in them.
Well, I think we can have a conversation on that another day. I think there is a decent amount of movies we've seen that had actual chimps, gorillas, apes, what have you. But yeah, most of the movies we've ever watched for this theme month, the last couple years, it is just a lot of people in suits and whatnot, which we'll get to with this movie. I think we're going to have a big argument on whether or not this is a real monkey, because there's some different notes on that when you read the trivia about this movie. But basically, we came across this movie just like how we do most movies. We just went on IMDb and just looked up monkey movies, and hey, monkey. This looks like a movie we can watch. It's 90 minutes. It's painless. So We'll get into why we enjoyed this movie as we go on, but as we normally do at the opening of these podcasts, I want to talk about a little bit of the history and then who's behind the cameras of this particular movie. So, this movie, Funky Monkey, is a European production, Trevor. This is, even though this is distributed by Warner Brothers, a Apollo Media, which is a German production company. They bankrolled this movie back in 2001 for $25 to $30 million. If this Variety article that I am posting on the YouTube channel.
That's bullshit.
I think it probably is. What it is, Trevor, is that they money laundered $20 million and they kept the $5 million for the production budget.
Maybe 20 million francs or whatever the hell their currency is over there, but not American dollars.
I think it's euro at this point. I mean, maybe they were using francs, but I believe they stopped using those during the Kaiser days of World War I, so I don't know if that's accurate anymore.
This is a very just cheap... It's a cheap movie. It was not made for that much money.
No, it certainly is cheap. I think they just used Matthew Modine's wardrobe, which we'll get to in a minute, how they dress him up in this, but... Just a bit more about Apollo Media. Apollo Media, it was not run, but one of the producers of this movie from Apollo Media is a Frank Hubner, who has done such wonderful movies, Trevor, such as Dracula 3000, A Sound of Thunder, and Super Babies, Baby Geniuses 2.
Oh, no.
And then we have a couple other producers on this. We have a Jan Fantel of Quality International, which she did the same production of those three movies of Frank Hubner. So, is it really quality at the end of the day?
No.
And then finally, I just want to bring this up, Trevor, because I think you'll like this. I'm going to butcher this name. I'm so sorry. Moshe DeMonte from Signature Entertainment. This person, I am not going to assume gender here, for Signature Entertainment, they did a bunch of the Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, including Time Cop, Hard Target, and the best Universal Soldier movie, Universal Soldier, Day of Reckoning.
Oh, shit. Day of Reckoning is great. Wait, no, hold on. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Is that the one with Scott Adkins?
Yes, that is the one with Scott Adkins.
Okay, great.
And so I hate to say it, as much as we do enjoy this movie, spoiler alert, by the end, not the same quality, ironically, as Time Cop or Universal Soldier Day of Reckoning, but
No.
it's fine. What I find interesting is that if IMDb is to be believed, which it should not be, as we've all seen with the Melania documentary, they can easily just fudge the numbers or anything on that info, but for Funky Monkey, this was originally helmed by Gene Quintano, who is a guy who's done such comedy movies as Loaded Weapon 1 and the Police Academy movies 3 through 5. Huge quality movies right there. But apparently what happened was the studio, whether this is Apollo Media or Warner Brothers themselves, they did not like the original cut of this movie. So what happened was, while this movie was originally shot in France the entire way through, this movie was just completely reshot after the fact in San Diego. So Trevor, I think most, if not all of this movie is just a complete and utter reshoot, and there's very little of the original French production in the final cut.
We need to find the original French cut so we can see what the hell they were doing over there in France.
Yeah, I mean, this is where, Vinegar Syndrome, the production company that finds, these movies and reconstrue them into, an actual playable movie, there's gotta be, rough cuts or assembly cuts of the original French cut. I want to see the French Funky Monkey where he's just a spy in France and none of this, San Diego beach town stuff we see for this movie.
Maybe they abused the chimp or something and they had to take it away from them.
Well, funny story, Trevor. The two trivia on IMDb. One is how this got completely rewritten and reshot. The other, if we are led to believe on IMDb, it says originally the chimp of Clemens, by the way, the monkey name here is Clemens for the movie, was going to be a trained actual animal and not apparently a person in a suit. But what happened was, during the day where they introduced the animal to the actors so they can be familiar with one another and it's not aggressive, wouldn't you know it, apparently the chimp went on a rampage, bit lead actor Matthew Modine, and then, I love the phrasing here, whether this is true or not on the IMDb, it says the chimp was then captured by his owner before immediately destroyed.
Wait, what?
So did the handler or did some goons just shoot the monkey in front of these kids and Matthew Modine? Like, what does that phrasing mean?
Wait, the monkey was destroyed?
Destroyed. That sounds like dead on the spot.
Did they have a portable incinerator that they just chucked him into?
Yeah, was there like black smoke coming out of the school set, where the monkey died?
Reduced to like quarks or something? Like what happened to this monkey? Did he get smushed into a diamond?
I don't know, but you know what, Trevor? We're going to get into this argument a lot because it says here that this is just a guy in a suit for the whole movie, but...
It's not!
But
it's not!
But it has to be because there's no animal trainer credit. There's no credit for the monkey. Normally these movies have like a name credit for the monkey actors. There's nothing in this movie.
Maybe the original French cut, maybe that was like a guy in a suit, and that's what they mean, because that's a living, breathing chimp there in the version we saw. That's kissing Matthew on the lips.
That monkey's kissing a lot of people on the lips.
That's not a human kissing on the lips, that's a monkey.
That monkey's using tongue on some of those people.
So yeah, no, I don't believe that IMDb trivia for a second. That's just if someone made that up, I think that's just an outright lie.
But by that logic, you know what? I was going to say there is no thing at the end of the movie that says like, oh, no animals were harmed in the making of this movie.
Because the monkey got harmed, probably.
The monkey probably did get harmed, but is that implying that the story of it being like killed on the spot was true? Is that what happened?
Well, the monkey was destroyed, so yes, it was harmed.
I mean, the monkey might have gotten CTE with all that football he was playing at the end of the movie, but we'll get to that.
Okay, someone else, other than me, needs to watch this monkey movie and write in the comments and confirm, like, that's a real monkey. You can't look... If it's a fake monkey, it is the most convincing, like, guy in a suit I've ever seen. It's like the greatest special effect if that's not real.
I guess you're right, because, I mean, there are obviously shots where this monkey's doing stuff, and it's clearly a guy. Like wide shots of the guy in a suit, because I mean a monkey can maybe do a backflip. It can't do the backflips that we're seeing in this movie.
2001 had like the most convincing chimps like at the time, and like this is a million times better than that if it's a guy in a suit.
I mean, I would love to see Matthew Modine just by a black monolith, just like crushing skulls with bones. That might have been a better movie. I don't know.
Oh, well, 2001 is a better movie than Funky Monkey, I think.
Hey, connection. Matthew Modine was in an Eric Kubrick movie, Full Metal Jacket. So yeah, there's a little bit of connection.
That's true. It's pretty sad though to see like Matthew Modine go from like, working with one of the greatest filmmakers of all time to doing Funky Monkey.
Yeah. Well, hey, this is a who's who of people that like either started off great or they're just getting a paycheck. So yeah, Matthew Modine's the lead actor in this movie. You got Roma Downey, who nobody remembers her, I'm sure at this point, but she was the lead actress in the TV show Touched by an Angel. Anyone remember that? No? Am I the only one that remembers Touched by an Angel?
No.
We have other actors. The kid actor here who plays Michael, his name is Seth Atkins. Trevor, not Scott Atkins. This is not a young Scott Atkins.
I know. It's not his younger brother or something.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, this kid did not have much of a career before or after this movie. I did like he was a voice of one of the babies in Baby Geniuses, so there's a through line with Baby Geniuses in this movie already.
It all comes back to Baby Geniuses.
It does, but I do love his future credit way back later in life, where he, in the movie Transcendence, that Johnny Depp movie, he plays miserable student. But just a couple other actors here. We got Taylor Negron. He was in the movie Nothing But Trouble, so obviously he makes the best choices when he does these movies.
He's nothing but trouble.
Fred Ward apparently was in this movie, but for the life of me, I do
not...
No,
he wasn't.
He wasn't, but apparently he was. He's listed in the credits. I do not recall him in the movie whatsoever.
Maybe he was in the French version, because, yeah, I don't remember seeing him anywhere.
He really thought he was going to get out of that Tremors cycle, and then, oops, nope, we rewrote the whole movie, and you're not in it anymore.
You know what? Yeah, I have no idea who he played. Oh, hold on, wait. I'm seeing his credit here. It says scenes deleted. So I guess he was in the movie, but they were deleted.
Man, how bad were you that you just get taken out of a movie called Funky Monkey?
Yeah, you have just see what they left in the movie.
Yeah, well, back to Tremor 6 I go. Well, and then just one more actor here. We got Jeffrey Tambor, the guy from Arrested Development. He plays the high school football coach here, and
He's the best part.
is he the best part? I don't know.
Well, he had that one line that was great where he's just like, "Get the hell out of here." I forget exactly what he said.
Yes, there's a scene where Michael's bothering him to get him in the game, and he's just like, "Get away, kid."
So that made me laugh a lot. So I was pretty happy with that.
Well, that's on the actor side of thing. Just a little bit more stuff here before we get on to a little bit of the plot of the movie, what plot there is of this movie. Trevor, this is edited by John Grover, a famous British editor. These are some of the movies he worked on. He did Canon Films' Life Force, aka Space Vampires. He did Labyrinth, the hit movie Labyrinth. He did the two Timothy Dalton Bond movies, The Living Daylights and License to Kill. Which, you know what? There's some spy stuff going on here. I guess that's why he got hired to do this.
Is that why they got him? Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of not great, but what are you going to do? Trevor, this movie looks a little cheap. That's because the cinematographer here is a TV guy by the name of Michael Goy. He is a Ryan Murphy alum because after this, a couple of years later, he did a bunch of American Horror Story and other Ryan Murphy projects. Yeah, he's got a paycheck, but I wouldn't necessarily call them good.
No, there's a lot of weird lighting things going on in this film where a lot of it takes place in a California sunset, and they're doing a lot of bouncing off of it. So you'll have these weird shots where the characters in the foreground are super overexposed and the background isn't. So it kind of looks like they're on a green screen, and it's not a very good look.
Are you sure that's the case and it wasn't just green screen? I'm pretty sure a lot of it was green screen.
Some of it was green screen, but there's one shot where it's just they're overexposed because they're putting way too much bounce on them. I can tell because I've done a shot like that before where it's you're losing light, and so you just got to get light on the actors and the background be damned. It's 7 p.m. The sun's going down. We got to get this shot and get out of here.
Again, if we are led to believe that this has a $25 to $30 million budget by the Germans and this was distributed by Warner Brothers, you would think the filmmakers would know what they're doing when it comes to making a movie.
Not Funky Monkey.
Not Funky Monkey at all.
The monkey isn't even funky. Why is this called Funky Monkey?
Yeah, well, you know what, Trevor? I think that's the new title. Whatever the French title was of this movie, it was not called Funky Monkey.
Is a Funky Monkey.
No. Well, maybe it works when you put Lee at the beginning of it.
Yeah. Le Funky Prolimete.
Jean-Luc Godard presents Funky Monkey.
I mean, I was saying that I would have loved to see Gaspar Noé's Funky Monkey because, God, that would have been great.
God, that would have been so much horny monkey action. Can you imagine if he did that?
God, it would have been so great.
POV shots of full penetration.
This monkey just having sex with Matthew.
Oh God. Oh, with Matthew. Okay, hey, that's a little different. That's very progressive of you for 2004, Trevor. Bush's America, 2004.
And there was that really great shot though, where it hard cuts to Matthew and the monkey just walking out of a seedy motel, and it looks a little oh, what were you doing in there?
Gaspar Noé deleted scenes. They had to switch it to Harry Basil, who did the directing duties of this and the rewrites, I guess.
Harry Basil.
He is, I love this. He's a lounge lizard, Trevor, because he was a former Las Vegas stand-up comedian who opened acts for Liza Minnelli and Rodney Dangerfield.
Okay, sure. I'm sure he wrote that description himself.
Yes, but also apparently he directed a lot of Rodney Dangerfield's ladder films, aka not good movies. So yeah, that's the quality again we're dealing with here. And I like how you were talking about a lot through this movie where it's man, these kids are talking like adults. They are not talking mid-aughts teenagers. That's because some 50-year-old, my apologies, writer by the name of Lance Kinsey, who was in the 80s in the Police Academy movies, was writing the script. So we just got, young, hot talent behind the cameras of this movie.
It's also one of the other things that kind of tripped me up a lot is, there's a lot of schools that, have very large ranges of ages. In this case, the main kid, he's 12 or 13 years old. And then
he's supposed to be 13, yes.
The people he's playing football with are practically 18-year-olds. Like they're really old, and so there's this huge age range, this huge age gap that I don't understand.
Yeah, you were saying like how this seems to be like it's a Catholic school. It appears based. It's Saint Denis or Saint Dumas or something.
Saint Francis.
Saint Francis. They're all saints. Who cares? There's too many saints in that religion. But yeah, I think it's a K through 12 situation, which that doesn't seem like a good idea.
I wanted to see which saint the Saint Francis is. Oh, he dedicated his life to poverty.
Being with the poor
Oh,
people.
he's the patron saint of animals. Okay,
Oh,
so he loves natures, he loves animals, and receiving the stigmata, which I don't know what that means.
that's where you get like your hands are bleeding. You know, where Jesus was put on the cross.
Well, he loves that apparently.
He can't get enough of it. Blood all over his hands.
So actually, yeah, this is quite. There's a lot of subtext in this film apparently.
Apparently, see, this is deeper than you think. Not really. It's a movie about a monkey that's a secret government weapon. Not much to it than that.
No, pretty much.
No. Back to you talking about like these roided up kids. I think you brought it up that these kids were probably hawking like C4 energy drinks before they got onto the field.
Oh, absolutely. These kids were hopped up on rock star energies as well. They took a little bit of everything.
Rockstar is so well. I guess actually it fits. It's the mid aughts. I was gonna say Rockstar is so mid aughts. This is the C4 era, Trevor, where everything's made like Jolly Rancher flavor. That's what the kids drink these days.
Why is this even a football movie in the first place? Like, I really don't understand.
It's the rewrites, man. It's what kids love. They love seeing kids play the big game.
Well, the thing is, this movie has like 5 different plot points in it, like just constantly. It's constantly bouncing from one idea to the next.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, we're not going to go like huge detailed in this movie. This is not bingo worthy of a scene by scene breakdown, but basically the gist of the movie is that Clemens is this like trained secret ops like monkey, like this evil government military contractor played by Taylor Negron. He just wants to get all these apes to be like replacing human troops and all. So Clemens is like the beta test of all this, and Matthew Modine plays a guy named Alec. He is like this also like super spy, like secret agent, and he's training Clemens, but at the end of the day, Alec has a heart, so he releases Clemens and they go on the run, and that's where we get to the San Diego rewrites, because essentially like we're in San Diego and they're just hiding out while Taylor Negron and his hired goons try to find him. That's basically the plot of this movie in a nutshell.
But it keeps going from like one random subplot to the other. Like, for example, there's a subplot where they have to like, well, they're participating in some like stupid neighborhood Halloween party, and a bunch of like ninjas show up basically to stop
We're
them.
going so far ahead, Trevor. First, we got to talk about how Alec needs to find a house because he's just a squatter going through hotel to hotel in San Diego
Right.
with this monkey.
Yeah, and there's no way a hotel allows you to check in a monkey.
I mean, did you see the hotel that they came out of? You already mentioned that. It's like, this is one of those hotels where they just look the other way as long as you pay.
Do you have to pay extra for the monkey?
You gotta pay.
You gotta pay the monkey fee.
Gotta pay that monkey fee. That's an extra $25 there, buddy.
That's all. That's some deep cleaning you gotta do in those sheets.
Oh my god, this monkey. That's something that's never brought up in any of these movies, no matter what decade. It's like, this monkey's gotta smell. If this is a real monkey, by the way, we still not confirmed this is a real monkey, but this monkey's gotta smell. There's no way this monkey is not reeking of shit.
Yeah, there's a possibility that you could have checked into a hotel one day and a monkey was sleeping in that bed the previous day. That's possible.
Yeah, Trevor, when you do the black lights, you think those stains are human. No, my friend. Those are chimp stains.
No, chip stains don't come out.
Chimp stains and C4 never comes out. I've learned the hard way.
But yes, so he needs a place to stay, and how does he like just meets the kid, right? And he's like, hey kid, can I stay at your house?
That does happen, but what happens when you get there is that they're at the zoo.
Oh yes, the zoo.
Alex thinks his best friend, played by Tommy Davidson of In Living Color and Black Dynamite fame. He plays Cream Corn in Black Dynamite.
Yes.
He originally thinks that he can help him out and let him stay in the enclosure, but you know what? Clemens is just too darn good of a trained secret agent, so he just causes mass chaos trying to escape, and you know what? Eventually he's calmed down by Michael, So Clemens is like, hey, kid, you're pretty cool. And then somehow that leads into like, hey, mister, my mom's renting out the garage. You can stay in there if you want.
Yeah, I don't know how this like mom is a landlord in 2004.
She's like a computer software programmer or something. She knows computers. That helps us with the plot a little bit later on, as weak as that is to get us to the third act. But I guess she's not making enough money because, again, she's renting out the garage. So this homeless guy... Let's talk about the wardrobe for a second. So Matthew Modine's like in his 30s, I think, at this point. When he's making this movie, but how would you describe how he looks, Trevor?
Like Tony Hawk.
Yeah, he's like Tony Hawk, but like with the beach blonde surfer haircut, essentially.
Yeah, he's wearing 3 layers at all times in the middle of the summer in San Diego.
Yeah, he's got a short sleeve, but under that is a long sleeve, but he's also wearing a flannel like jacket of some sort. And yeah, he's got to be hot under that thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's always dressing 40 years younger than he should.
It's like, again, it's like a bunch of middle-aged people making a movie, not realizing how kids dress, or trying to make the adult be cool, dressing like the mid-aughts. I grew up in the mid-aughts. Trevor, you did as well. I don't recall the fashion looking like this at the time.
No. Well, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I think what's missing is this is the age of new metal, so I feel like Michael should be dressed appropriately. He should be wearing a Linkin Park shirt, and he should be, rocking out the Mudvayne, stuff like that.
Don't diss Linkin Park now.
I'm not. No. I'm not.
To represent.
I'm not dissing Linkin Park. I'm just saying that was the style at the time. Was listening to Linkin Park.
He needs like shoes with flames on them.
Shoes with flames, or with the rollerblades at the end. That's what the kids were wearing.
Or the fish in the heels. Is that a 2000s thing? Was that a thing?
That is a 70s thing. You got your things all out of whack.
No, it's not. No, it's not. There's a Rugrats movie where they become teenagers. That takes place in 2000s. And there's a thing where Chucky has like fish in his shoes.
That's what you're basing off of what fashion was in the mid-aughts.
Yeah, because I got nothing else to base anything off of.
I don't know where to go with that, so I think I'm just going to move on, Trevor.
He had fish in his shoes.
Chucky had fishes in his shoes, goddammit.
What happens next? I don't even know.
Well, the other side plot is what we're talking about is there's a big football game. So Michael gets onto the football team because he's going to help the bullies and the football team like learn math.
Well, because he wants to, he has a crush and he's trying to impress her.
Oh, that's right. Christine is his love interest. And like, you think there's going to be a thing because the head football jock / bully is also loves Christine, but that doesn't really go anywhere, so why even bring it up?
No, and it's weird because the quarterback of the football team is also like 5 years older than her, so it's like you're underage, but even she's still underage even for you, man. Like, it's crazy. It's a weird age gap.
He looks 18, but I promise you, this kid is 12. They're just pumping so much steroids and C4 into this dude.
I don't think so. I think there's just some really problematic age gaps going on.
There could be, but remember, there was a scene earlier for the monkey where one of the scientists is like, okay, put Clemens on aggressive steroids. I think that's what happened with these kids.
That's true. Yeah, okay. I like the theory. I'll roll with it.
Basically, yeah, so we're balancing these two things, and like, I could just say the middle of this movie, there's some fun sequences of like fighting, like Michael somehow gets a biker almost killed when his bike gets dislodged on a palm tree. That was a pretty fun stunt right there.
Oh yeah, there's also the classic like skateboarder punk who steals a woman's purse or something, and so Matthew Modine has to get on a skateboard himself and take him out.
Yes, and it ends with Clemens like clotheslining the lead purse snatcher at the very end. That's fun.
And also we need to mention too, stunts were done by like some like Hong Kong legendary fight choreographers.
Yes, so what I will say is, especially later in the movie when we get to the Chow brothers, but a lot of the fighting here, I don't know how to explain this, Trevor. I think it made sense while we were watching. This doesn't feel like an American doing the stunts. This doesn't feel like a lot of the things that an American actor would do. Because hilariously, like in the biker fight scene, if you recall, Matthew Modine is fighting these bikers with like the smallest ice cream cones you've ever seen in your life. And that feels like something out of a Jackie Chan movie and not so much of like an American action movie.
So much so that they even referenced Jackie Chan in the dialogue. So they definitely like knew what they were doing.
Stunt coordinator of this movie, my apologies, I'm going to butcher this name.
No, go ahead. Say it fluently.
Zeong Zinzin, I believe is how you pronounce his name.
It's
lot of X's. If this was
not true.
If this was Scrabble, this is 300 points right here.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But he is a legendary stunt coordinator in China because he did the stunts for Once Upon a Time in China, the 5-movie trilogy with Jet Li. He was actually Jet Li's stunt double for a lot of movies back in the 90s and early aughts. But he also did, speaking of Jean-Claude Van Damme, I'm going to assume because of the producer from Signature Entertainment, he did a lot of Jean-Claude Van Damme movies like Double Team. So we're looking at that kind of stunt coordinator doing an American movie involving Matthew Modine and a monkey. So it's just very weird. There's a clash of cultures going on with the fighting in this movie.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess you already kind of explained it that they've worked together, like with the producers or whatever. But I was thinking, like, yeah, why were they even on this movie? Why did they do this?
Because I remember when we first watched this 3 years ago, it's like, why is there so much wire work in this movie? There's random instances where people are just in the middle of the air, like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, just tackling each other.
Yeah, it's very out of place, but the kids love it. So
well, we loved it. We had a ball, especially with the football scene at the end, because that that monkey is just tackling people like it's the Matrix. Just it's amazing to watch.
Yeah, there's a lot of illegal moves here in the football game.
We'll get to the football game in a second, but yeah, so there's just fighting, trying to hide from the government agents, hiding from the government agents. We get to this Halloween sequence where the mom is like doing this costume party, and this is where the Chow brothers come in. So instead of these bumbling Home Alone people, we get these guys, and they're just stuntmen. They're not trained actors. They're just 3 martial arts Asian stuntmen. And they've done movies like The Fast and Furious and a bunch of other stuff I was looking up. So they've done stuff after the fact. So good for them. But yeah, that's just how this movie is. It just goes back and forth like that.
Back from just like terrible drama, terrible comedy to just like really kick-ass action scenes.
Oh my god, the comedy. Can you believe the guy who did not the good Police Academy, the bad sequel Police Academy movies did the writing of this movie?
There was like a couple of jokes that I think were decently okay, but yeah, most of it was just stupid kid humor.
Oh, well, the one that we loved was Tommy Davidson earlier in the movie at the zoo is like, he goes up to Clemens and he's like, he went nuts and he hit me in mine.
Yeah, like, that was a pretty, I almost used the C word clever on that, but it was a good joke.
What C word were you going to use, clever? I didn't know where you were going to end that sentence.
Well, anyways, okay, I guess that was the only joke I could think of that was good. No, there's like a couple of other ones, but not super memorable.
There's a couple other ones. It comes from the man himself, Gilbert Gottfried, where he plays a doctor.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Did we even mention he was in this?
He's in towards the later of the movie, so eventually the bad guys kidnap the kid and the monkey, as they do in a kid's movie like this, and they want to, I guess, rewrite Clemens' brain, so they get Dr. Spleen, which is the late Gilbert Gottfried playing him.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. They want him to specifically erase only like a couple memories of the kid. It's like, I don't think a doctor knows how to do that. Certainly not Gilbert Gottfried.
No, not Gilbert. I do not trust Gilbert Gottfried as a brain surgeon, any kind of surgeon, really, to be honest. But when we were watching him, it's quite telling that he was doing his own ad-libbing, because a lot of his jokes were landing, and it's like, there's no way.
Oh, yeah.
No way did these writers do this. This was definitely Gilbert just ad-libbing throughout the set.
Yeah, he brought in his own material, and he aced it.
And you know why I know that's the case? Because his last scene of the last joke of the movie, quote unquote, is when monkeys escape from this government facility, and that's how Clemens, Alec, and Michael run away. Is you have Gilbert Gottfried doing a "Get your hands off me, you damn dirty ape," and it's like, this is the best you could do.
No kid understands that reference.
There's a lot of that. There's a lot of weird reference in this movie that only adults will get. Like, no way. This is for the dads in the audience.
Yeah.
These are for those divorced dads that had to have the kid for the afternoon. So they're whatever, let's go to the theater and watch Funky Monkey.
Yeah, this is perfect, like, weekend custody movie material.
That should have been on the poster for Warner Brothers.
Yeah. So, and then what? Is that it? Other than the football game?
Uh,
Can we get to the football game now?
Yeah, well, it's just weird. It's just like this whole movie apparently is tacked on because it's a complete rewrite, but it's like, okay, they escaped the scientific facility and all that, but it's like, there's 20 minutes left of this big football game because that's the final fourth act, and it's like, wow, this is going to be a whole other movie right now.
And it is, and it's the best part of the movie.
You're not wrong, and it's just funny how you got these grown men pretending to be children on the opposing team. They're like, whatever, we're just gonna play football against this kid.
And they even pull like an Air Bud thing where it's like, oh, there's no rule that says a monkey can't play football, and it's like, yeah, there probably is actually.
Sir, the people of this movie, sirs, I know Air Bud. You are no Air Bud.
So then, yeah, you have the bad guys on one team, you have the students on the other team, and then they just play football for like 15 minutes. The monkey's there, he's doing flips and shit. He's throwing the ball with his feet. Like it's awesome.
I mean, he's doing so many backflips in this scene. It's
So many flips.
outrageous how many backflips he does in this movie.
So much wire work in it, which yeah, does not seem like a legal football move whatsoever.
No, Trevor, I don't think it's illegal to have wires on you so you can just jump over your opponent.
And the monkey also like kicks the field goal. Like that can't be legal because that chimp has so much power in his legs. Like he could probably kick it from one side of the football field to the other.
I do love the running gag. It's not even just a football game, but it's hilarious to see it in the football game where this monkey is probably as strong as an ox because the moment he shoves or punches somebody, they go flying.
And that's the part of the movie where it definitely is probably most of the time a person in a suit, because they take the camera back pretty wide a lot of the times, and it definitely looks more like a person trying to pretend to be a chimp because it's hard to train a chimp to play football. I've tried.
I've seen you do it. It was very difficult, a lot of scratches, didn't really work out too well.
No, the chimp did not live. He got destroyed.
You destroyed that monkey.
I destroyed that chimp.
With extreme prejudice. But yeah, that's the movie. Somehow, like, they win the big game. Taylor Negron and his goons get arrested, and that's it. It feels like a sequel set up too, but like, no, they never made a sequel of this movie.
No, God, no. I wish they did, but I mean, do we have box office information for this? How much money did it make?
No box office, just budget. Again, Apollo Media stole. I mean, this movie was made for $30 million, apparently.
It definitely did not make that much money back.
No, this movie made no money. I mean, we did see what it was up against, and it's like, maybe it had a chance, because it was up against, this was September 17th, 2004, so like, it was up against Mr. 3000, a Bernie Mac movie, but yeah, it's I don't think September 17th, 2004 was a strong week of American box office.
No, definitely not.
No. I mean, Resident Evil Apocalypse came out the week before, so hell yeah to that.
So people probably just go watch that a second time instead of going to see Funky Monkey.
Exactly, and then 2 weeks later, Shaun of the Dead comes out, changes everybody's career in that movie, Edgar Wright and all them. So yeah, like things get better. Things get better in the year 2004.
The British people finally made a good movie for once.
What?
I love your genuine confusion there.
But it's also like first the Italians, then the 1970s. Now you're saying the Brits never made a good movie until Shaun of the Dead?
Oh God, yeah. I'll go for all of them. I'll go for anyone non-American, like just doesn't know what they're doing.
I've been looking at your letterbox, Trevor. You've been watching some of the old James Bond movies. Those are good movies.
Yeah, and they suck.
Do they really, though?
The first two Sean Connery movies bored me, and I was on a plane. That is literally the most optimal time to watch a boring movie because there's nothing else for you to do. And even then, I was like, I guess I could do something else, I guess. So yeah, that's terrible.
I can't hijack this plane, so I guess I'm just gonna watch Dr. No till completion.
I'd rather open up the emergency exit and jump out the plane than watch From Russia with Love.
Oh man, these are solid movies that totally have aged well and are not inappropriate to watch in 2026 eyes.
It has even beyond the sexualization in these films. It was just so boring. Nothing happens.
On that note, I guess that is Funky Monkey in a nutshell.
Yeah. It's.
But Trevor, I mean, this is our second time viewing this. I remember when we watched this originally 2-3 years ago, we were like, oh, this movie is actually pretty fun. Has this movie hold up for you on second viewing?
I was barely even watching it this time, so I'm not too, because when I rewatch a movie, like, I don't know, my brain like fills in the blanks essentially, and it's always different. But I did really enjoy it this time around, though, for sure. It holds up.
I think it holds up. I mean, the big game aspect, we talked about this during the Ernest viewings of that episode. It's like, I don't know why like 90% of kids' movies have to end in the big game. It's very annoying and just not need it. We don't need that drama. Because, like, I'm a big fat nerd back in 2004. I don't give a shit about football.
I'm a big fat nerd.
Whatever. Who cares? You're in San Diego. There's surfing references throughout the movie. Why wasn't this like a surfing competition?
Well, because that's a different movie. That's well, actually, no, because there's most extreme primates, the snowboarding one. Most vertical primate is the skateboarding one. And then what's the other one? What's the other extreme sport he did? Oh God, what was the other extreme sport he did? Oh God, I got to know.
I got to know. Folks, we're going to let him do this in real time and figure out the next movie.
What's the third one? Oh, that's right, MVP, where he's the hockey player.
Ah, the hockey player. Yes, yes.
So there is no movie where a chimp is surfing.
Yes, this would have been prime. Like, have the bad guys try to surf and they're terrible at it, but you see this monkey be a whiz at it?
Oh my God.
You got the guy who does the fucking Once Upon a Time in China series? Like, can you imagine the wire work stunts you could have done with him surfing?
Well, I know who we need to call to get this made.
God, every time we talk a movie, Trevor, not saying it can be better, but we can make a movie for 2026.
We can absolutely make a better movie than any of these.
But then it'll get rewritten by Warner Brothers and Zaslav and Hastings, and then like, oh, now it's just a period drama all of a sudden.
Or they just won't release it, and it'll just be a tax write-off for them.
Oh God, yeah, we're gonna get backgirled with this movie.
Yeah, no one can handle the most shredding chimp.
MSP.
MSP, yeah, MSP, most shredding primate.
Most shredding primate. Well, that's what happened to the actual primate of this movie. He got shredded.
He got shredded.
He got destroyed. They threw him into the paper shredder.
I want you to create an audio. Can you get a sound of a paper shredder and a sound of a chimp screaming and put those together, and we can hear it in real time? What he sounded like getting shredded.
Well, I guess here you go, folks. I guess I got to put a warning on this video now for disturbing sounds. All right, and we're back.
It was pretty funny.
It's pretty funny. Well, I want to leave off with our review of this movie with something maybe we'll do for future episodes. Back in the day, me and Trevor, when we worked together physically, and we're not thousands of miles away now.
I don't like the way you said physically. But
physically, oh, we're at the hotel.
We worked with each other physically.
We worked physically with each other, very intimately, full penetration. Anyway, but we had something called a whiteboard. What does that mean? Well, Trevor, if you haven't figured out in these 10 episodes, Trevor sometimes just says some weird stuff, just out of context, and I want to leave you with this. Trevor, what did you say about the economics of a certain thing about the food industry?
Just like, I don't understand the economics of bananas and how they work.
There you go. That's it. I just want you to ruminate on that.
Why are bananas so fucking cheap? We ship them like halfway around the world, and I can get like a bundle of 10 bananas for 50 cents on my local Kroger? What's up with that?
What is up with that, indeed? Anyway, on that note, yeah, basically, I recommend the movie. Trevor recommends the movie, and that was Funky Monkey in a nutshell. So, folks...
Did you say fucky monkey?
No, Trevor, that is the Gaspar Noé version of this movie.
Here's the audio clip from that movie.
No, we're not going to do that, no.
Oh, come on.
Because that's just footage of Enter the Void, Trevor. That's copyright stricken.
I don't want to make the joke. Never mind. Go. Let's sign off.
let's get this Funky Monkey movie over with. So this is a thumbs up movie for both of us. But hey, folks, we appreciate you listening to this nonsense. This was the 10th episode of What Is This? Please like and comment, subscribe, share this podcast silliness with the rest of your friends. Listen to Apple Podcasts. I'm Michael. Trevor, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, and cue, bingo music, I guess? I guess that's it. I'm trying to think what would the end capper of this. I guess I'm just gonna end it with more monkey shredded sounds at the end credits.
I really, really hope you put the sound like you
No, I'm going to.
you have to somehow get a good sound effect of a monkey screaming.